Jana's phone.
Hey, it's Bobby. Is this Mike?
Hey, what's up, Bobby? How you doing, man?
I need someone to answer my phone for me like that. Hey, Mike, what's happening, dude?
Jana's assistant / handsome husband / cook.
Hey, do you cook?
Here's the baby.
Oh boy, there's just like a whole family thing going on.
Sounds like my house.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm gonna go hide in my closet. How are you?
We're good. I just hit your Instagram story because I wanted to be caught up on what was going on. I had no idea that this whatever just happened where you were flying back from a movie. I literally was I like to talk to Jana whenever we have nothing to talk about because we're bringing people on to do their 5 quarantine songs. And I had a friend on yesterday that's not in music at all, named Matt Jones, who is so funny. And I was like, who'd be good to talk to is Jana. And then, wait, give me like a 30-second story of what you came back from Canada from a movie?
Okay, 30-second story. I booked a movie. I was supposed to leave on Saturday, and everything was kind of happening here, but everyone in Canada, producer said, everything's fine in Canada. Like, let's go. Like, you need to be here. So I was like, all right. So I got on the flight with my family and the kids because I was advised that everything was fine there. And then some more cases started popping up in Canada, and then I started to get really nervous, and they started talking about border closes. The borders closing, and then we shot our first scene on Monday, and then the second scene, the producer said, we're pulling the movie, and you have to get back to the States ASAP. And I just freaking out, and so 48 hours later, packed everything back up, because we had packed about a month's worth of clothes and bags, so packed it all up, and then all of our flights were canceled, but then my best friend, her dad had a plane, and then she sent it up to Canada, and they got us.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Is your best friend super loaded? Is she famous? Tell us more.
No, she's just, her dad just, they're very fortunate people, and I called her bawling my eyes out, and she's like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. We'll get you out of there.
Nice.
So,
I was going to ask you about how you got back into the States, because as I watch a lot of these people coming back to America that are Americans, they can't get back through customs. But if you fly private, you don't have to go customs, right?
Well, so actually what we had to do is we had to cross the border through New York. So we had to drive about an hour and a half to Ogdenburg, New York, and then that's where we caught the plane. But the border people, it was just us crossing the border at the time. I thought it was going to be crazy, but they let us go through, but they asked a bunch of questions, if we were running a fever and everything else, but we got through.
They just asked you? You're sweating.
No, I'm all good, man.
I'm like, no, I'm good.
I swear, I'm fine.
Just vomiting. Trust me, I'm all good. So you guys are back in Nashville?
Yeah, we're back. So we got back last night at 10:30.
And who's quarantined in your house? You, Mike, and the 2 kids?
So me, Mike, and both kids.
And so you got, this is going to be 5 or 6 weeks where you're doing this. What are you going to do with the kids that long?
You think it's going to be 5 or 6 weeks?
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be more than that. I mean, I was watching, again, it's so fluid that every day it changes, but every day also they're shutting us down more and more. Meaning they're going, Northern California, you're about to be locked down. New York's about to be locked down. And everything is coming from the coasts and coming inward because there are more people in those spots, right? So the more people, the more cases, and it is slowly closing in where eventually they're going to have to go, all right, we're just going to tell everybody to sit down, shut up, and stay in your house for a bit.
Sure.
So yes, I think we're all
I feel a little silly that I was so naive about it.
I don't think you're the only one that was naive, though, because
I really felt like I even went on my Instagram and was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to Canada. And then I look back on that. I'm like, you're an idiot.
It's
Jana.
so fluid, though.
You should have stayed home.
But here's what I'm going to say. It's so fluid that you had people saying even 3 days ago, hey, go out to a bar or club. Who cares? Like, go live your life. But now they're going, oops, we were wrong. And I was watching Fox News yesterday because I will, for the most part, watch CNN. I feel like it's the best in the middle. I can't watch Fox. They're way too far on the right. MSNBC is way too far on the left for me to believe that their narrative is true. Like, I think they're both trying to protect what they feel is sacred the most. And I get it. But even on Fox News, yesterday they were going, I was watching the 5, and they were going, yeah, we were wrong about going out to places. Like, you shouldn't go to places. Yeah. We were wrong. And so to see them even say that, my point is, I think we're all becoming less naive as we're told to be less naive. And so, no, I don't. And if you did it now after being told that, I think I would feel different about it. But you did, I mean,
that's true.
The West Virginia governor today was telling their people, "Hey, go eat dinner." They don't have any.
He wasn't.
He was.
Oh my gosh.
But
No.
they're gonna lock us all down.
I mean, I just want people to be safe because I start thinking about my grandparents, and that's where I just start to feel real guilty about the choices that I made a couple days ago. Because I'm like, I just don't want to affect people that could really hurt from this, you know?
Well, we're gonna be quarantined in. We're lucky. We're gonna be fine. In the end, we're all gonna do our best to make sure that the people that would feel it the worst don't. You know, I was talking to one of our best friends whose wife is immunocompromised because she's had some stuff happen recently, and he's 33 years old, and she's in 30s and early 40s, but he doesn't leave his house because if he leaves his house and he gets it and doesn't even know he has it and takes it to her, then it could really affect her.
Yeah.
And I was
Sure.
watching the doctor today say that, hey, young people, anybody 45 and below, like, yeah, you're probably going to be okay. You may not even know you got it, but if you have it and you pass it to somebody that isn't okay, like that's where the bad news is going to happen. So
Yeah.
as we quarantine ourselves, I brought Jana on because one, she's just great to talk to. And two,
Thanks.
I thought it would be fun to, one, in a second, talk about your podcast, also talk about Good Enough, but hear what your 5 quarantine songs would be. You're locked in your house. You're going to add it to our quarantine playlist. What is song number 1?
Okay, so it's my go-to for any time I have an anxiety attack. It brings me right back to home. Fire and Rain, James Taylor.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Real good.
You ever see James Taylor with long hair before he started losing his hair?
No.
It's crazy because we only know James Taylor as bald, old man James Taylor, but like 60s and 70s.
He's cool looking.
Long hair.
Good
Really?
looking
I'm
dude.
going to have
Yeah.
to Google that right after we stop the phone.
Not the old bald guy with glasses. Like
Yeah. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Jam. This is a good one,
So good.
which brings me to the question of,
Reminds me of up north.
oh wait, why do you say that?
It just reminds me of being up north, campfire, where, I was a kid, nothing was wrong, and just, I don't know, it's like anytime my therapist ever says, okay, picture the place, your safe place, and up north Michigan is always my safe place. And that song.
One of your last Instagram stories had, you had mentioned something about going to couples therapy. I've been in a relationship for 4 months or so now. So
I know, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So, would
You guys seem, I just want to say a side note. I know you don't like talking
no,
about yourself,
I'm good.
but-
No, go ahead. I'll sit back. Go ahead.
Oh, I like it. Okay. Side note, I have never seen you authentically as happy as you look right now. Like, even when I watch your stories, there's a difference in your eyes. There's a difference in just how you interact, how you talk. You just seem so happy.
Eddie, do you feel that way?
yes, that you feel that way. Yes, yeah, absolutely. I feel like you're a lot happier. I feel just the way your demeanor is every day. Like I think you're truly happy inside.
Interesting.
All the feels right now.
Okay. I am happier. I just wonder if it's because I'm in a relationship, so you look for that and you kind of make your own story.
You can just tell how you interact, and like even like the games you do, and when you do the review of the movies, you have that cute like Bobby smile. Like inside, you're like, I'm really happy right now.
Man,
Well, thank you. What?
are we right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happier. Yes, but but I want because you're coming from 2 different places because she is from someone who we see each other at times through the year in person. We talk more on Instagram and through text, but we don't see each other that often because she's working and I'm
Yeah.
working. Where you and I see each other basically every day.
Yes.
And I wondered if you both had the same feeling.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
So that means something. You know what I mean?
Well, what was my point to all
I don't know.
this? I don't know.
Love,
Couples
happiness.
therapy. Oh, so
couples therapy. That was
Are
my
you guys
question.
Going?
No, not yet. 'Cause we've only been together 4 months. But
She doesn't want to scare her yet.
when do you suppose you start going?
Personally, I would say the sooner the better. I mean, I think a 6-month mark is a pretty good point to go.
Interesting.
Are you there?
But
Well, we're not
What's
6
that?
months yet.
Close?
4. I literally said 20 seconds ago.
I would. But I mean, it just depends like how fast. I mean, Mike and I obviously went sooner than 6 months. We went around the 4-month mark. But
Yeah.
it kind of depends. How far along the relationship is on that level.
Well, let me ask you this question. Because I go to a couples therapist, I just go alone. And I'm her first solo client.
So you need to go see someone else then. that's my recommendation. You should have your own one, and then you all should go to one that's neutral parties. So, like, our couples therapist will not see us solo.
Well, my question is, because when I would play ball, the coach's son was always one that was treated the harshest. I'm afraid to go into her with my girlfriend because she would, like, crack down on me all the time trying to prove a point.
It's the best when that happens. But, I would say keep that one to yourself and then have the neutral, because she will probably go more her side just to show her that, like, she's not just Team Bobby, you know?
Well, I wish anybody would be Team Bobby these days.
We're all
I think
Team
everyone's
Bobby.
Team
I'm
Bobby.
old.
We
I'm
got
old
you.
news now. All right, what's your second quarantine song, Jana?
Okay, so what we do in our family, we have dance parties. So one of the songs that we dance to in the house is Never Enough. Like, the Greatest Showman soundtrack is our jam right now, and Never Enough is up there.
Have you seen Greatest Showman?
Yes, I've seen the movie. I don't know this song, though.
Okay, here is The Greatest Showman. Never Enough.
So good.
Can you hear that, Jana?
Oh, I can hear it.
Okay.
And then my daughter goes, Never, never.
It's the hard part to dance to right here.
Who is this singing?
No, I promise you, it's like a lyrical dance. And my daughter, it's so cute, and we just go for
Oh,
it.
you do a lyrical dance.
Yeah.
Does it ever bump up?
It does. I promise you, it bumps up.
Okay.
And like the middle to the end.
Who is this singing? Is this Zendaya?
I honestly have no clue.
Mike?
Lauren Alred?
I don't know who that is. All right, here we go.
Either, but
I like this movie, and I watched it with no hype. It was just on. It is early. I bought it, watched it. Some people said it sucked. Some people said they liked it. But then it ended up being, I just remember from Dancing with the Stars, I danced to it
Yes.
as my final
oh,
dance.
you did. See, I had no desire to watch it at all, but then Mike kept playing. He always sings like the Hugh Jackman songs on the album, and I started to love the music. So I'm like, all right, I got to actually see the movie now. And I because I love the soundtrack so much, I thought the movie was great.
All right, what else you got over there?
Cinderella Man, Eminem.
Man, this was the song that I would listen to before I had any big appearance. It was right when
Really?
yes, I love this song because it's like the underdog story.
Is it to hype you up? You're listening to this?
Well, I would listen to this song all the time. I remember before I went on Regis or Kelly Ripa, when I went in to guest host that show, and I listened to this all morning long before I went in because it's like
It's just
Yeah.
so good. It hypes me up before I'm like, okay, like, let's just do it. Stop the panic, stop the anxiety, and just, like, go.
because the Cinderella Man reference is, well, there's a boxer, right? The movie
Yes.
Cinderella Man.
Yes.
But it's like what Cinderella is. It's the underdog, the person you don't expect, the working class person that is now going, you know what? I am the Cinderella story. I'm not supposed to make it, but I'm about to.
Amen to that, Bobby.
Was this song made for the movie?
No.
Okay.
No, but yeah, this is one of my favorite hype songs too of all time. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Are you a big Eminem fan because you're Detroit?
1,000%.
You ever met him?
Never. But I know where his house was, and so in high school we'd always, like, drive by his house and kind of stalk him to see if he was outside. Never got to see him, though.
Where he lived then, or like 8 Mile House?
The
Then.
trailer.
So, I mean, like, the real pretty mansion had the guard out front.
Was it huge, Jana?
It was ginormous. Wow. I don't know if he still lives there or not, but if you ever go to Michigan, I'll give you the address just in case.
8 Mile, a pretty bad place, like crime.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go there, but yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, I was born in Detroit, but I can't say I'm from Detroit, even though I like to give me like some street cred. But I'm from 40 minutes northeast, so it's not great. But I mean, I feel like any big city kind of has its struggles with crime and stuff. I mean, I feel Nashville's getting bad.
Parts of anywhere can be. I
Yeah.
went to Watts on American Idol last
You
time.
did.
They were like, "Would you go to Watts? She's been in gangs and she lives in Watts." And I was like, I knew they weren't going to send Ryan. He's worth too much. I wouldn't send Ryan either. I wouldn't send the superstar. And so we packed up a van and drove into Watts.
What was that
in
like?
LA. Whatever. You know, here the general rule is in life, it's same as it is in bad neighborhoods, the same as it is in the woods. You don't mess with things that you shouldn't mess with. They're not going to mess with you for the most part,
Okay.
unless they're hungry or really, really, really bad timing. For the most part, you don't mess with people. It doesn't matter. They're not going to mess with you. It's like a snake.
Yeah.
You know, people
Let's
are
just
always
step on
Totally
them.
get that.
people are
But
always
here's
afraid
the
of
thing.
snakes. But here's the thing: if you don't step on a snake or the snake's not in the
Right.
odd mate, you're fine. What was your thing, Jana?
Well, no, this is the weirdest thing, and I don't know why, but I've always wanted to, like, when I was in high school, I always wanted to do, like, the Save the Last Dance, where she goes to the school, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I wanted, like, the Michelle Pfeiffer movie.
Which is, what's that one, Mike? Michelle
Oh, my
Pfeiffer.
gosh, that was,
Gangsta's Paradise was the song.
Oh,
Dangerous
yeah,
Minds.
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Dangerous Minds.
Good one.
like, I don't know why. I'm like, just for 1 week, I just want to, like, be there. Not sure why.
Yeah, Hollywood.
good.
Listen, I come from kind of like a small town version of that. Yeah, maybe for like a day.
Yeah, my high school was bad. People got stabbed there.
They sent
Are you serious?
the
Yeah.
gang kids from all the other schools to our school because we would take them. So
We only had someone that did brass knuckles, but,
Oh. Come on, we all had brass knuckles
when you
in my
made the
school.
honor roll at our school, you got brass knuckles.
You couldn't go to school without it.
Yeah, they gave up. Okay, what's your next song, Jana?
Okay, I'm going back down. Come Away With Me, Norah Jones. That's my chill in the bath, glass of wine at the end of the day.
I saw her at, what was the outdoor venue in Austin? The Backyard?
The backyard.
Yeah, we all sat in white, fluffy chairs and watched Norah Jones. And come away
There's just
with
something
me.
so relaxing about her voice and that song. It's just peace.
I just remember being really small. The
Really?
show was good, but I went to meet her afterward. Really
Wait, why
small?
small? Was she not nice?
No, small as in like her stature, physical stature, small.
Oh, okay.
Because she's up and she's so good and just doing her little jazz thing. And she only had 2 songs that we knew at the time.
Yeah.
Come Away With Me and the big one, I Don't Know Why You Didn't Call,
Yep.
that one. And
That's so good.
yeah. And your final song, Jana.
Okay. Because of everything going on, it's probably one of the best written songs I've ever heard. Wash Your Hands, Raging Idiots.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yay. Number 1 kids song.
Jana, you're crazy.
Number 1 kids song.
I'm telling you, it's so good. I play it for the kids, and they're obsessed with it.
Thank you. We're pretty. Listen, that one came back out of nowhere.
Yes. Did you know that we took on Baby Shark and we beat it?
That's right.
I mean, guys, that's a huge accomplishment.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Serious.
Baby Shark's scared of us. All the riders.
Baby Shark's amazing. So is the Car Shark one right now. That
Wait, what's
my
Car-
son loves.
What's Car
it's
Shark?
Like, baby car, vroom, vroom, boom, boom.
They have a
That's
baby
like-
car
Is that
song?
like the same people that did that, or?
I have no idea.
Baby
but like, my son is,
car, vroom, 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 vroom. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it goes, baby car, vroom, vroom, boom, boom. Baby car, vroom, vroom, boom, boom. And then it goes grandma car. And then, and then it goes to the monster truck. Monster truck, boom, boom.
Dang, I guess you could just do all those, huh?
I know.
All sounds,
So
all
good.
things.
Yeah. Sure. Should we start coming up with?
Well,
it?
no, we can't because we didn't write that melody. But hey, Jana, I'm going to play a little bit of Good Enough here. Here is Jana's song, Good
Oh,
Enough.
you're so sweet.
Here we go. This is her latest single. Tell me about the song, Jana.
I was writing a song about, because I always feel like whenever relationships end, it's like I always go to, why wasn't I good enough? Why did he leave? Why did this happen? And it's such a reverse way of thinking. And when I was writing the song, I'm like, why am I writing a song about why I'm not good enough for someone else? Like, I just should be good enough for myself. And then maybe that's when I'll find the great love I've always kind of looked for. And so that was just kind of one of those female empowerment, wanting to be like, hey, just be good enough for you. And, everything else will be okay. But I almost feel like right now I have a song coming out in April. It's called Untouchable. So I feel like maybe that should come out now since we can't really touch anything. So.
Oh, I get it. There you go. Boom. Thank you, folks. She'll be here all week.
Bum.
Yes. And are you still doing the Moms and Babes box?
Yeah, I am. It's a hard business, so I'll tell you what. But I'm just throwing darts at stuff and just cranking away and trying to, do what I can and support the family. And the podcast has been really fun. Obviously I do, that. And then we've did some touring, which is obviously on hold right now. But it's, just trying to grow as much as I can and support the good old family.
On the Wind Down, well, first of all, our podcast is called Wind Down, WHINE, Wind Down with Jana and Mike. And so when you do the tour, though, because I'm curious if people want to come out to a show, you do like a podcast, a talk, but then you do music too?
So it's more of like an evening with. So this when you come, like we have right now our LA dates are rescheduled to May. Hopefully it still stands, but it's more just like an evening with Mike and I. We go out there, we talk, we have a few things that we touch on, some really good communicating tools that we've learned in therapy. But then it's also funny too. So it's not just we kind of share two things that were really imperative that we learned in therapy. So we share those, and then we say a few jokes and we laugh and then we answer questions. So we do that for about like 60 to 90 minutes, and then I'll sing for about 30 minutes.
Oh, cool.
And then after that, we'll sign and meet everybody. So it's a really, really fun time, and it's nice to hear people's stories because sometimes, it's hard to put your life out there and receive criticism, but then you also, and I'm like, oh man, I sometimes regret doing that, but at the same time, it's nice to meet people out there that it's actually helping.
Well, go check out the tour when it's back up, and it will be back up. We will together beat Corona, and we will get back on the road. All of us get back to working.
Fingers crossed. I'm kind of wanting to do some kind of virtual reality game hang where we can all just hang out, do something.
You can follow Jana when she announces our virtual reality tour at Kramer Girl. Thanks for spending some time with us, Jana. We love having you on.
No, you're the best. Thanks for having me. Love you both.
All right, bye, Jana.
Stay
Bye, Jana.
safe. Okay, bye, guys.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Bones. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and then go check it out. A lot of artists, a lot of songwriters, a lot of music. Welcome to the BobbyCast channel.